Hi, it's Nick from the Run Testers, and this is our first run review of the Nike Zoom Fly 4. So the Zoom Fly 4 is designed to be kind of a fast training partner to shoes like the Vaporfly. When it first came out, it really was kind of like the Vaporfly's little brother back in the day. It's got a carbon plate in the midsole, but basically designed to be a bit more durable, a bit more stable, kind of a general trainer as opposed to the full race focus of something like the Vaporfly and the Alphafly. It's $144.95 in the UK or $160 in the US. It has an 8mm drop from heel to toe, and it's a heavy shoe. This is my UK 9. It weighs 289 grams. Or 10.2 ounces. Can get overly obsessed with weight, and sometimes shoes can run a lot lighter than their weight, but you know, that is a heavy shoe, and it's a line that's getting heavier all the time. I think this is heavier than the Zoom Fly 3. And it's kind of not hard to see where all this weight's coming from. Obviously, you've got this huge React midsole, and there's just a lot going on with the upper as well. So there is kind of fly knit on here, but it's mainly, you know, restricted to things like the tongue and collar, a little bit around the laces. There's also kind of a mesh, and it's like a two-layer upper. There's like an internal bootie, and then you can see I can get my hand in, and I've got upper underneath my hand and above my hand there. This kind of mesh on the top. I don't really know why you need a two-layer upper. It just feels like unnecessary, but you know, the internal one holds the foot quite nicely. It's a nice little booty. I really like the lacing system on the Zoom Fly 4. I find it's really easy to get a very comfortable but very secure fit, even with quite a narrow foot. It's similar to the one on the Pegasus 38. So yeah, you can really close those up nice and tight around your foot. It feels good. It does hug the foot nicely, this booty, but yeah, there's just a lot of upper, and it just seems a bit of a strange call from Nike, to be honest. And then around the heel, you've got this kind of little band of cushioning, just kind of halfway down. It's kind of what Nike does with the Vaporfly and the Alphafly as well. It's a bit more substantial on here. They say there's an internal heel pod as well to improve kind of the heel fit and stability on the shoe. And then you're coming onto the midsole, which is essentially all the React foam in the world has been put into this midsole. Now, I like React foam, and a lot of people don't. I really like it on things like the Pegasus line, and then the Infinity React. I think it's got a nice ride to it. I think it's generally, better in those kind of more easy day focused shoes. But I've used all of the Zoom Flies, and I don't mind the React foam in it. But yeah, it's a fairly dense foam, and with the carbon plate in there as well, it becomes a bit kind of stiff and dense. It's not like a really springy or anything lively ride, but it is very durable, very hardy, and you know, I think it's a shoe that it's a foam that often delivers quite well on kind of longer runs. Not sure it's got how, you know, it's fantastic when it comes to all-out pace, really. Then on the outsole, you've got a similar configuration to the Vaporfly in that you've got these two strips of kind of extra rubber on the back there, and then kind of the forefoot coverage for kind of grip and kind of durability. So there's still some exposed foam, but obviously this is React foam. It's not, you know, Zoom X foam, so I don't really have too many concerns about durability on that front. Last to say is I got my sample for this review from Sports Shoes. We're not affiliated with Sports Shoes at all. Like all our reviews, this is completely unbiased, but thanks to Sports Shoes for sorting out the sample so we could do some testing and give you our thoughts. All right, on to the run. Morning. Right, I'm off now to do my first run in the Nike Zoom Fly 4. Actually my second run, but I've only done an easy run so far. That doesn't really count. I'm going to go up to a loop near me, do two sets of 3K in 10 minutes, followed by 5 little 30-second hill sprints. So yeah, 2 sets of that, and yeah, just test out the shoe. We'll see. You're interested though. It's quite a big shoe. It's fairly heavy. You'd be interested to know if it has got the kind of pace. It's a fairly tough session, especially at the moment. I'm not feeling in top form, so we'll see if the shoe actually has this kind of pace. Kind of thing I'd love to do in the Saucony Endorphin Speed. So we'll see if the Nike Zoom Fly 4 can produce the goods. So we're through the first set. Did the first 3K just about on pace, but it felt really tough. Not really on it today. It's kind of 10 minutes, and then did the hill reps just now, and going to take it a bit slower on the second 3K and kind of try and do a progression. Okay, neither I nor the shoes feel that good, so they're just a bit big. There's not like a lot of bounce there. They're not terrible, but I don't think they're delivering like much in the foam. Like I like React foam on kind of more cushioned, easy shoes. It's got a nice feel to it, but now it feels a bit dead, a bit slappy when I'm looking for kind of a bit more energy back from the shoe. But we'll see like how the second one goes. If I can do this reasonably well and get for the 5K, it will hopefully show that the shoes are protecting the legs a bit, but I don't think they're really all that quick, and there's certainly other shoes I'd rather be in right now heading into this 3K. All right, I'm back now. That was a pretty run all around. Some of which it wasn't the shoes. Like I said, I think I've got a bit of a bug in the system and I'm not in kind of peak condition at the moment, but some of it was the shoes. Like that kind of session I think really showed up the kind of shortcomings in this shoe. Like I've felt with other, earlier versions in the line, in the Zoomfly line, it doesn't have a huge amount of top end pace. It's a big shoe, it's a heavy shoe. And so in that second 3K, I did the first one on pace around kind of 320 a K. Second one I backed off to kind of 330, just over 330 a K. And early on it felt okay, cruising along. I tried to pick it up at the end. It just felt like big, very big on the foot. There's no pickup there. It's like a big old, boulder on the end of your foot. And I always feel actually with this big slab react foam, it can feel a bit bottom heavy on this shoe in particular. It just really doesn't feel like it's got a very nice pickup. When you're rolling along smoothly, it is better. I've got a long run tomorrow, kind of 90 minutes just on feel, and I think it will be nice for that. I think it will suit the kind of design of the shoe a lot better. But when you're looking at that kind of when you're looking at kind of a faster pace, and for me right now, going under 320s, which is normally kind of 10K pace, even half marathon pace, it's a stretch for me at the moment just on general fitness, and it doesn't feel like the shoe is helping at all when you are pushing beyond that kind of level. But yeah, when I backed off a bit to kind of more towards almost marathon pace, it did feel a fair bit nicer. But even then at the end, it wasn't great. On the hills, 30-second hills, just, on the balls of your feet, trying to sprint up a hill, it wasn't terrible. It didn't feel massive, but it didn't feel great on that either. So all in all, Zoomfly was, not great today. It was definitely a session I knew was going to test it quite hard. And like I say, I'm not on top of right now. I certainly would feel comfortable running, a couple of 3Ks at 320 pace in the shoe, when I'm in the middle of a really strong training regime and, feeling good. But today, just wasn't on it. The shoe doesn't really help. And it's just, when the Zoomfly came out, it was, the carbon plate training shoe to the Vaporfly. There wasn't a lot going on in this area, and it, did stand out. Like the first one I really liked using, even though that wasn't the carbon plate. And then even the second version was pretty, impressive within its area. But now there's just so many great shoes. These fast training shoes now are some of the best shoes on the market, full stop. So obviously the Saucony Endorphin Speed of a nylon plate, that's just a much better shoe than this all round, I'd say, on my early impressions. There's New Balance TC, a lot more comfortable, a lot more bouncy. Even the Puma DV8 Nitro is a quicker shoe. I've done that exact session, I think, in the Puma DV8 Nitro, and it felt really good, really cruisy. I was in slightly better shape then, but still, it felt a lot better. It feels a lot lighter and nimbler on the foot, even though it is a reasonably heavy shoe. It's probably quite comparable in weight to the Zoomfly, but it just feels a lot lighter and poppier and faster. That does have the heel rub issue, as we all know. And then Nike's, Zoom Tempo next percent. Now that is a big shoe, a clunky shoe, but it's not all React foam. It's got some Zoom X in there. It's got the AirPods on the thing, and I found that a really fast shoe actually. Especially given how big it is. And I don't feel that this. I like React foam. I like the Pegasus 38. I like the Infinity React. I like React that was used in the old Pegasus Turbo, and I like it more as a kind of cruisy, reliable, comfortable, durable foam for kind of bigger, easier shoes. When you put that much of that foam on a shoe like this, that's meant to be a bit kind of poppier, a bit faster, it just feels a bit dead to me at times. So you can run fast as you like. Today wasn't entirely indicative of the shoe, like I say, but I do think there's a lot of other shoes I'd rather have on my foot if I was looking for a fast trainer with a kind of plate than the Zoomfly 4 for a session like that today. I think I'll probably enjoy it tomorrow on the long run, and even if I finish quite strong at the end of that. But as a kind of versatile fast trainer that can handle really, your track sessions as well, I think it's fine. I just think probably there's going to be better options out there. We'll keep testing. I'm going to try and take it down to the track. I'm going to try and do another short fast session at sea that's, feels me better when I'm not, a bit peaky. But I think, like I say, there's a few other shoes I've listed there that I imagine are probably going to be stronger options. Now the market has changed from when the Zoomfly was launched as a line, and I think it's been left behind a little bit anyway. But lots more testing to come before we deliver that as a kind of final verdict on the shoe.